Hi guys, I'm here today with a cuppa. I've got my lovely Alice in Wonderland mug that I got for Christmas, which is absolutely adorable. And just for reference, this is peppermint tea, which I like strong, so I leave the tea bag in. I know someone once commented before when I was drinking the same drink that they were shocked to see the tea bag was still in there and there was no milk. And I'm like, it's peppermint tea. This video is just going to be quite a bit of a chatty video. I honestly don't have anything specific I want to say, but some things happened and I wanted to make a video about it. That sounded way worse than it is. I had my 3-year booktube anniversary on the 25th of December, Christmas Day, 2015. That was the day 3 years ago, on the 25th of December 2012, I made this channel, Bookish Thoughts. I believe I posted my video specifically for this channel, I think on like the 27th. But regardless, it's well past both those dates. So, been on this channel for 3 years. This video is in fact my 300th video. So I think the last video you saw from me was a book haul, that was $299, and here we are, and this is 300 on this channel. And not only that, but a couple of days ago, 4 days ago, I hit 30,000 subscribers on this channel. 3 quite big milestones for this channel, as well as all of them involving the number 3, which I thought was quite funny. So yeah, that, like, obviously, I mean, if you're in my position, you probably feel like that was a big deal. For me, it's quite a big deal. Not because this is like the beginning of my YouTuber career. I have no intentions of being a professional YouTuber. It's not my goal for this channel. As happy as I am to see it continue growing and for more of you to come and join me here, which is a lot of fun. It's not like I'm out for 3 million subscribers, which there's nothing wrong with, don't get me wrong. I honestly have so much respect for people that do YouTube as their full-time job, but it's not what I want to do. You know it's not what I want to do. It's something that I think in my life can kind of be one smaller part of larger parts of my life and sort of something that contributes to other areas of my life. I would certainly like to use it in that fashion going forward. I'd love to draw more of my degree and my specialities in ancient history onto this channel. And I know you guys want that too, because so often you guys have questions about it or want videos about it, and it's something I've found slightly more difficult to transition into making videos on, because obviously this channel is a hobby. It's not super serious, whereas my degree, although I want it to be accessible and enjoyable, is obviously more serious for me. So it's kind of finding that perfect balance and drawing it into this. I think I've mentioned before that something I really want to do is not only do research that's really inaccessible and only for scholars and people at university, is I want to spread the ancient history love and stuff I'd love to do, to be honest, is things like make documentaries, be involved in the writing of, the researching of, the presenting of documentaries. I love that, the idea of doing something like that. Not only that, I would honestly love to sort of be involved in writing and putting together children's books on ancient history. As somebody that got into ancient history as a child, which grew into obviously a much larger passion. I would love to again share part of that with children. These are all things that I would love to do, and I think YouTube has been really fantastic for me in growing in various different skill sets. So it encourages me to read a very wide range of literature, which is great. It's made me much more understanding of the media and the publishing worlds, which has been fantastic. I think it's helped with my public speaking. Obviously, I edit my videos. Like, I am not somebody who can rattle off a video from beginning to end. I don't script videos, so I don't have that benefit of kind of knowing exactly what I'm about to say. And I say like and a lot, but in saying that, I still think it's been beneficial. It's also been helpful for me in finding ways and understanding better ways to present information and communicate with people. And And that is one of the things I love about YouTube is I think you can learn a lot from doing YouTube and really trying with your videos. You don't have to want to be a filmmaker for making YouTube videos to provide you with beneficial skills in multiple areas of your life. So I have to say I think YouTube and BookTube in particular has been really great for that. As you can see, we have just gone off. So this is kind of what I wanted this video to be, just my thoughts on everything, and that was my first thought, so yeah. Before I go off on another why I love YouTube and BookTube spiel though, which I will, so don't worry. I do think it's worth mentioning at this point that, like I said, this is 3 years on this channel, 300 videos, 30,000 subscribers, absolutely blown away by all of that. I didn't anticipate any of it. I have also actually been on, technically I've been on YouTube for about 5.5 years now. I made my first ever video about 5.5 years ago on a completely different channel. Video doesn't exist anymore. Well, it does, but it's not public. There's a few videos on that channel, in fact, none of which are public. And don't ask either, because I'm not going to make them public, and it's not because they're embarrassing, but if you may or may not know that when I first started doing YouTube, I really wanted to make, I mean, there was lots of things I wanted to make. I've gone through multiple interests and creative endeavours on YouTube, and there's been loads of things I've wanted to make and lots of things I have made and lots of things I still want to make. But I had a particular interest in making political videos when I first started YouTube, mainly inspired by Jazza over at Rhyming with Oranges. I thought his channel was fantastic, and I think there's so few channels like his, and when I was 18 or 19, I was like, I want to do that so much. So I attempted to do political videos, and they were pretty bad. Like, I filmed them on my MacBook webcam, which isn't a bad thing to film on, but I filmed them in the evening, so it was like pitch black, you barely could see me. But for some reason I did cut bits, so I obviously knew how to cut, but I still left massive pauses in, so there was points where I would be like, forget what I was trying to say, or forget the term for something, and just sort of sit there and sort of frown at myself until I remembered, but didn't cut that out. I mean, what was going through my head? And obviously I was just a lot younger, so it took a little bit of practice, but the reason I'm not obviously going to make them public is because I think political videos should be semi-insightful, relevant, interesting, informative. They're none of those things, and especially now they're not, so it's not that I disagree with what I said in them, or that I think you should be embarrassed of older videos. It's just there's no point in them being public now. So we're not going back there. Before you ask, then obviously I think more of you know that I then did like beauty and fashion videos. Well, when I say beauty, I did more hair videos than I did makeup. I think you can probably tell that I have a bit of an obsession with hair from the amount of times I've recolored it in the past 3 years. Had different hair dyes, haircuts, hairstyles. I just love it. I find it so much fun, and I really like fashion as well. I think all of those things are great. But I really feel like I found my place in BookTube. Obviously, like I've said, I want to do other things. I still want to make political videos. I want to make more educational videos and some ancient history videos and some fun videos, but in saying that, I think there's something to be said for finding a sort of grounding and a place to start from, a place you're comfortable in YouTube, and for me that was BookTube. It was really wonderful, and not only that, but it changed my life from the very beginning. I don't know, there's the people start doing YouTube for so many different reasons and start specific channels for so many different reasons, but I do find that when I started BookTube, I was in what was probably about a 3-year reading slump. That's my last year of high school and my first 2 years of university, and it was only in the end of my second year of university that I got back into reading through watching other people do BookTube videos. And I've said before that Leslie from Words of the Reader was one of the first BookTubers I ever discovered. She definitely played a part in that, and I rediscovered a love of books I had had throughout my life. Like, I have been an avid reader since I knew how to read. I loved reading, love reading now, but with the change in just life between that last year of high school and going into university and studying, I definitely fell out of the habit of reading, and once you've not read for a certain amount of time, it's hard to remember why you love it so much, and that definitely happened to me. and it took me a while to learn to balance reading with studying. Even that first year when I got back into reading, the one 2012, when at the end of that year I started doing booktube videos, I'd only read about 17 books for myself and then maybe a couple of books for uni, which is not a bad number. Like that is not to say 17 books is not pretty good going, like that's more than a book a month, so I think that's pretty good. But now I read a lot more, you know that. And now I'm reading about what I used to read when I was a kid, although not reading children's books. So booktube really changed my life in that respect. It helped me rediscover something I was very passionate about, and I think generally reading has aided my studies and my life, because even if you're not reading stuff relevant to what you're doing in life, you learn a lot from books, be it how to write better, a better understanding of language, or sometimes just life lessons you gain from books. So I'm really glad that booktube helped me get back into reading, because I don't know when I would have otherwise. That brings me to the other thing that I want to thank booktube for, and that is the friends that I have made from booktube. I honestly, I don't get particularly emotional on camera. I don't get very emotional around my friends, but thinking about them sometimes I just want to well up, because I have met some of the most wonderful people that are in my life today because of YouTube, and especially booktube. Like, I think about myself now and wonder what my life would be like if I had not started this channel 3 years ago. And I don't like to imagine it, because I've gained so much, and so many of the important people in my life today are in it because of this channel. I don't want to imagine my life without them, and I hope they continue to be in my life for a very, very long time. Those people include people that I have met in person once or twice, never met in person but maybe talked to on Voxer or on like private messenger, things like that, or people that are now regular features of my everyday life in person. These are people that I just want to give everything I have to and just love to pieces. Honestly, it's so hard to explain, and they're what makes this the most worthwhile, and why I'm really glad that I've begun this endeavour. And I'm sure there's a lot of you thinking, oh, I want to start a YouTube channel and make friends, and I started a YouTube channel, why haven't I made these friends? And it's worth pointing out that I didn't start day one and these people were in my life. Some of these people I have literally only really been friends with since like November. Others I spoke to for a few months casually and then was brought a lot closer to, say, in 2015. It takes a while. It takes a while to build up rapport with anybody, especially if you're doing it through the internet. And I do want to say to any of you that worry that you've not made any friends or any close friends through YouTube, to just keep trying, and it's just to keep engaging with people's content, genuinely commenting, not to expect anything back, chatting on Twitter, finding other people like you that maybe started at the same time as you and are looking for friends as well, because I know you will manage it. You just gotta keep going. But of course, I also have to say thanks to everybody that subscribed. You guys are obviously absolutely wonderful. Another reason that I love this so much is chatting about books. And I just hear about so many fantastic things on people's channel, but also in the comments of my videos, people recommending stuff based on books that I've said I like and they think I might like, and it's just wonderful to be able to share those recommendations back and forth. It's also just a really wonderful feeling to know you're making something that other people enjoy, because like, I'm a massive fan of loads of other YouTubers, if fan's the right word, and I really enjoy their content, and I know how much pleasure it brings to my life, and just the thought that a few of you are maybe getting that from my channel just makes me glow with pride. And those of you and then there's those of you that have emailed me or messaged me on Twitter to say that you're reading ancient literature or are thinking of doing ancient history or classical lit at university, or any of these kind of things that really matter to me in real life. Just make me so happy. As somebody that went to state school, that was never exposed to ancient history or classical lit at school, and purely found an interest in it through kids' books and documentaries and going to free museums and just having parents that were very encouraging and just giving it a shot at uni, basically. Like, I had never studied anything that I do at university now before I was 18 and in that university, and it just worked out that I liked it. I'd only read like 2 pieces of classical literature before I even started. That's not to say I wouldn't. So the thought that I'm sort of providing some people on here something that my parents and books and museums and documentaries provided me when I was younger, again, glowing with pride, so happy. And you guys are also just really nice and really nice to have in my life. Even if you've only ever commented on one video to say something nice or recommend a book or provide a piece of advice or tell me your thoughts on something you read or create discussion, or you comment on every single video. Yous are all fantastic and yous all improve my life through this thing that we all do together, and the lots of little parts of it just improve my life in different ways. It was therefore necessary for me to make this rambly video about this channel and why I love it and why I'm really grateful for everyone to subscribe and why I'm really proud of the 300 videos I've made, every single one of them, and why I hope to be here for another 3 years and more. So until next time guys, happy reading, and I'll see you all again in 2 days. Bye!